So more news on Diddy. Diddy sells off Revolt shares. Now, if you remember, Diddy stepped down from his position as chairman of Revolt back in November. Now it's being reported that he sold off his shares in the company. The buyer wishes to remain anonymous for now, but sources confirmed that Revolt is still a black-owned company. It's rumored to be Richard Lou Dennis. Now, that's the same guy who owned Shea Moisture, and he bought Essence and all that, so he got money, right?
I think he has the biggest car collection on the East Coast. The amazing car collection.
You would only know that. Only you.
I'm sorry.
The buyer plans to reveal their identity in a few weeks, but I just told y'all, so that's an exclusive. Boom. But you said you saw it on Instagram, didn't you?
I feel like I saw that pop up last night on the gram, but I mean, it's Instagram, so I mean, I wouldn't get my sources from Instagram.
Yeah, you get your sources from me right here.
That's right, the Jess with the mess.
Thank you.
Because it's real, allegedly.
Exactly. Now, sources didn't reveal how much Diddy sold his shares for, but I think we're going to know in the future. Now, moving on to his alleged drug mule, who was arrested yesterday in Miami when the FBI intercepted Diddy's private jet. His name is Brendan Paul. He's 25 years old. He was arrested on 2 charges. 1 count of possession of suspected cocaine, 1 count of possession of suspected marijuana candy. So edibles. What?
He had edibles.
Yeah, he had edibles, right?
I hate how they did that.
I know. It's like, what? He was arrested on having candy. Well, Jesus, don't pull my little sister over.
What's also crazy is that the alleged drug mule is allegedly alleging that Diddy used to put the drugs in the drug mule's ass himself, which is crazy. But
that's crazy that you wanted to intercept
I didn't read that part.
Story to put that one little ass part in there. He was booked but already been bailed out of jail. This isn't the first time Paul's name came up. Now, a couple weeks ago I reported, the producer Lil Rod's court documents, and he said that Paul was Diddy's confidant and usually had a gun. All right. He also claimed that Paul acquires and distributes guns and drugs for Diddy and negotiates the fees sex workers receive while working for Diddy. Now, moving on, his picture was released yesterday too. Little shrimpy white kid or whatever, used to play basketball, not no more. Lil Rod changed his filing against Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod made changes to his original lawsuit a few weeks ago. I also reported that Lil Rod filed a civil complaint against Diddy that included Cuba Gooding Jr., but now he changed his filing to officially list Cuba Gooding Jr. as a defendant. He alleged that Diddy was grooming him to pass him off to his friends, and one of the friends was Cuba Gooding Jr. He also said Cuba Gooding Jr. was rubbing and groping on his thigh and groin, and we also have a picture of that as well that was on the internet. But it didn't look like he was groping his thigh without Lil Rod saying, "Oh yeah, that's cool," because they both were smiling. It was just that Cuba was looking in his eyes, allegedly.
It was a picture?
Yeah, it was a picture. They was in a little red room, you know what I'm saying? And his hand was on his leg, and Lil Rod was looking like, okay, is this what we giving? That's what I got from the photo, but that's all allegedly, okay? Moving a little bit further, Diddy's lawyer had statements about the raid yesterday. He said that was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities. I hate the way lawyers talk, or the way his children and employees were treated. Well, if his kids got something to do with it, then they gonna be treated like they was treated. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I can't remember, but when Harvey Weinstein was going through the same thing, I don't remember them raiding his crib like that. I don't remember them pulling up on guns and military and helicopters and boats. I don't remember all that and the super big long rifles and pistols. Yeah. I don't remember that for him when they arrested him. I just thought that was just a lot of power.
I'm not here to compare anything. I'm not even gonna do the whataboutism, but I don't like any of this. Like, if this stuff is true, then as you can see, Diddy will be held accountable. But to sit around and act like I enjoy hearing any of this, I don't. So when you hear, Jess with the mess talking about these stories, and it sounds like I don't want to talk about it, it's because I don't. I don't like seeing people's legacies destroyed, especially if we find out it's self-inflicted. It makes me think about all types of things. Why can't people get out their way? Why do we always self-destruct? Why can't people just appreciate the blessings God gives them and do right by people? If y'all take pleasure in watching people crumble, God bless you. I don't.
No, not me neither. But the sad thing is, if he's found innocent, his world is destroyed. Like he hasn't been charged. He hasn't been arrested. All we heard is these civil cases, which is the crazy part. But these civil cases are, regardless if he's found innocent or guilty. If he's found innocent, his life is destroyed.
But that's the thing. Although he wasn't the focus of the raid and the investigation at that time, they had reason to come there for that, and his kids were in cuffs. You know, they just ain't gonna do that for only a show. You know
absolutely.
what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, we can't like ignore the fact that they were there for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about the situation. If Diddy did it, he should be held accountable. You know, the people he did it to should find justice. I'm just telling you, I don't like seeing it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like you to act like you're just all in on, get him. I don't like that.
And then to be chanting like in the comments, oh, who's next? Who may be
that's
next?
So whack.
You know, that's the worst.
Whack. That is so whack. Why do you even wish that on somebody?
Yeah.
Why would you even want somebody to be next? Forget the person. Why would you want it to be more victims?
Not for nothing. If anybody did any crime where it was sexually charged or sexually abused, I want to see them get justice.
Man, any crime, period.
Yeah, I want to see them.
If you did some foul stuff, you should be held accountable for it. I'm just simply telling y'all, I don't like seeing people's legacies destroyed, especially when it's self-inflicted. Like, that's why, you know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says, when you see great people fall, don't laugh, learn.
Absolutely.
Learn. You know, because what causes that? It makes me think of all types of things. Why can't we just get out of our own way? You know what I'm saying? Why do we always be the ones that self-destruct? Like, you know.
If that's the case, we're here.
If that's the case. So
right.
if you see me and I look like I don't want to talk about it, that's the reason why. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was Diddy or whoever. I don't like to see, you know, these great legacies fall.
I just hate the fact that people judge before we get the facts. Like, people make assumptions and don't know what's going on, and they make their own. Like even with Diddy, he's running, he's here, and no, he wasn't.
But that's because the memes be funny.
See,
nobody cares about. But that's the truth. And nobody cares about the truth and the lies more entertaining. This stuff is entertaining.
Yeah, it ain't entertaining.
These content creators
it ain't
get their stuff
entertaining
off.
to Diddy if he's innocent.
It ain't entertaining to Diddy. It's not entertaining to alleged victims.
His family, not entertaining to his victims. Like,
alleged victims.
Yeah.
You know,
alleged victims or victims.